Just pressing the right buttons to share the music. Here we go. Okay, so this morning, can everyone hear that with me over the top? Give me a thumbs up. Great. Okay. So I'd like you to take your band and pop your hands over this way. And if you can pull, squeeze your shoulder blades together and then touch down behind. So pull and touch down, pull and touch down. Adding in a little rise onto your tiptoes and down. And rise up and down. And do it again. Now, as we keep going with the arms, can we do a little ankle circle on one side? So a bit like patting your head and rubbing your tummy. See if you can circle through the leg as you keep going with the arms. And then can you reverse the ankle circle so you go in the opposite direction? Okay, good. Let's try that on the other side. So circling the foot as the arms come over the top of the head. And then reversing the circle back in the opposite direction. Okay, well done. So feet a little bit wider, soft in the knees. We're going to bring the band overhead, relax into the shoulders. I want you to pull the band as you lean to one side and then move to the middle. And do the same the other way. So let your head drop, pulling on the band and then relax the band. So again, pull as you lean and release the band. And do it again. Pull as you lean. And then do it again, but this time with your heels turned in and your toes turned out. So we lean. And we're going to add in a little plie. So you're going to bring your arms down as you plie, pull on the band. And then over the top of the head, pull, lean. And then pull on the band again as you come down. Breathe in, breathe out and lean. Inhale, exhale and pull. Can you go lower? Great, and do it again. So pull as you lean to the center, relax the band. And then as you plie, pull again. Press your shoulders towards each other. Great, just one more each side. Can you go a little bit further on your last couple? Let your head drop, relax the band. Oh, hello, Mark. Let's do it again. Pull all the way down. That's it, great. And then over the top, pull, lean, and final plie. Coming down and pull. Great, stay with the plie, pull, and two more. And last one. Okay, good job. Bringing the feet in. If you can turn so your band is sort of draped over the top of your hands now. And grip and pull your elbows back. Pull the band like you're trying to pull it apart. And release. Let's do that again. As you pull, try to squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. So pull and then tiptoe balance. That's it. And back in and down. Do it again. So hands about the same height as your elbow. Pull. Great. And back down. And do it again. Pull. Squeeze your elbows towards each other. And can you do two more? So pull, squeeze the elbows into your midline, into your waist. And last one. And pull. And release off. Okay, well done. Let's come down onto our backs next. And we're going to keep the bands. So if you can hook your band underneath your feet. we're going to roll with the band and a little hover. So see if you can get your feet off the ground. If it helps, you might scrunch your band up a little bit, keeping your feet close in. If you like, you can say wee, and then adding in, if you want to, a bit of extension through the legs. When you do the extension, try to keep your chest lifted. So hover, straight legs, reach. That's it. Does tend to be a little bit wobbly at the top. Pull your core in, that helps. So belly button in as you extend. And last couple, keep lifting your chest. And final one. Okay, great. So we're going to keep a bit of pull on the band with it round our feet. And I'd like you to scrunch the ends a little bit. You're going to pull back like a seated row. So you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades and then release forwards. So again, elbows pulling back, hold, 2, 3, and then release. Let's do that again. Breathe in for me and breathe out. Good job. Let's do it again. So pull, squeeze the elbows towards each other behind you. And as you do it, try not to let your shoulders right up to your ears. Press the blades down. And we're going to do that twice more. And last one. Alrighty, well done. So separating the feet about hip width, we're going to roll the body down, touch the head on the floor, and then curl up and lift. Now, if you prefer, you can do it without your band. So tougher option, do it hands free. Or third option, raising the arms by the ears. The extended arm over the head, again, just takes it up another level. Inhaling on the way down. Exhaling on the lift. See if you can make it into quite a smooth move, because it's often on these there's a little sort of jerky bit where we need a bit more oomph. Notice that point that often happens on these. Can you kind of slow it down through that point and be more in control of the movement? Do that 3 more times. Eye gaze looking up to the ceiling on the movement part. Just helps to align the head. Alrighty, so final one. Okay, now this one takes a bit of getting into. I sort of feel like a beached seal or something when I do this one. So have a little watch. I'm going to start here and then I'll take the band into one hand. And then the idea is to sort of flick yourself over like that onto your front so that you've got the band here. All right, give it a go. You can get pinged. All right, and then once you're in position, you're just going to keep your feet flexed, and I want you to press your pubic bone down into the floor, and you're going to lift your upper body, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and sort of let the band elongate your arms, and then lower down. So again, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulders together, hold for a few seconds, and then down. Breathing in on the lift. Straight legs but flexed feet to keep the band in place, and come down. Let's do that again. So squeeze your shoulders, press through your heels, and 3 more to go. So really working into the upper back. And last couple. So final one. Alrighty, resting off. If you can ping and let your band go. And we're going to come up into a downward dog. So hook your toes underneath. Up we come. That's it. And just let your head drop through your arms. Press your heels down and just notice how your calves are feeling today? Deep breath. Giving into gravity with the heels. We're just going to nudge the feet back another inch or so. Breathe, softening the shoulders. Alrighty, and then from there, can you press your heels down? We're going to walk our hands towards our feet and just kind of hang loose here. Let go of your head, your shoulders, your neck, and breathe. And then drawing your belly button muscle in as you unfold. All right, now's a good time to grab a drink. And we will use the band again. All right, so if you take your band, and this time we're going to hook it under the feet, and we'll use it during our squat technique. So try and flatten it out. And have a little bit of stretch underneath your feet. You can sort of use it to pull your shoulder blades down. Alrighty, so once you're in place, I want you to just simply sit down into it. So you're going to let the band be soft and then come back up. So a bit like you're going to sit your bum back into a chair behind you as you come down. And just press your heels into the floor as you come back up. So that's our first level today. Level 2, we bring the arms forward, but concentrate on the posture in the shoulders, pressing down. So nice and straight with your arms as you pull forwards. I'm going to hold 2, 3, and then release. And then for tougher option, I'm kind of taking the arms much higher. So aiming for much more height, so much firmer pull on the band. And can you do 3 more? Breathe. Might need a longer band there, Anna. All right, last couple. Good effort though. And final one. Alrighty, well done. So releasing off, give your legs a bit of a shake, and we're going to pop down onto our backs for some more core work. Okay, so if you can lay down onto your back, you bring your fingertips here into the curve of your lower back, pull your belly button muscle in, and extend, tap the heel on the floor as you keep pressure on your hands. So level 1 there, level 2, do it from here where your knees are just above your hip, or level 3 today, straight legs up and a tap down. We're going to flex our feet and then point our toes. So when you're in, flexing and then pointing. So flex and then point. Breathe. Last couple. And final one. Alrighty, if you bend your knees, cuddle them up to your chest, and then a circular action with your knees to kind of really mobilize our hip joints. Great for getting movement and fluid around the joint. Keeping the joints oiled. Let's go back in the opposite direction. Pointing your toes as you do it, and really sort of giving into gravity with your knees as you do it. And last one. Alrighty, and then can you find your band again? Now we're going to do oysters next, but if you want to, you can get your band wrapped around your legs like this, and we tie a little knot in it. We're going to use it for some resistance around our legs. So head, shoulders, tailbone kind of lined up, lots of lift in your waistline. We're going to point our toes and then just to press against the band as you open your knees. Now mine's not quite far enough forward because I'm not getting too much resistance there. So I'm going to bring mine forward a bit. Yeah, that's better. All right, so keep lifted through your waistline and push against the band as you roll the top knee back, but try not to roll this top hip back. So keeping that hip steady. I'm going to push out for a bit longer now. So we're going to push 3, push 2, push 1, and then down with a knee. So again, push the knee out, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Can you do 3 more? Push out, point your toes quite firmly. And last couple, keep lifting your waistline. Press, 2, 3, and final 1. Push out. So you should be feeling it sort of around the buttock and the glute there. And then let's switch over to the other side. So head down again on the arm. Knees up in front of your hips. Wriggle your band to where you feel you need it. And then up we come. So we push back, point the toes, and back down. Aiming to keep the hips steady as you push the knee back. And back down, keeping the waistline lifted off the ground there. And really feeling where the resistance of the band is as you open. So holding for a little bit longer now, we're going to push 3, push 2, push 1, and back down. Do that again. Push back 3, 2, 1, and back down. Good job. Keep it going. Point your toes quite firmly. And we've got 3 more to go. So pushing back, push, push, and then down. So last couple, keep lifting the waistline, steady with the hip. And here we go, final 1. All right, relaxing off. Great, so from here, coming over onto our back. We're going to keep the band around the knee. And we're going to curl into a shoulder bridge raise. So up you come. We're going to hold at the top and then we're going to press outwards against the band. Knees to the center and then roll your body down. Let's do that again. So we curl and then pushing outwards against the band. So we roll the knees to the middle and back down. And again, curling up. Squeeze through your glutes, open your knees, move to the middle and back down. And let's do it again. Coming up. This time we're going to keep the hold outwards and extend the arms outwards. And then coming back inwards and arms back in. Let's do that again. So we come up, knees out, arms out. So V shape with the arms. Can you do it twice more? So coming up, open, back in, and final 1. Open, and back in, and rolling down. Okay, good job. So if we slip the band off, moving next into a glute stretch. So if you can pop your right leg over your left and hands pulling around the back of the left leg. There we go. So use your hands to pull in. Press your shoulders down. Nice deep breath for me. Just kind of closing your eyes and getting into the feel of where do you feel the stretch the most. You need to position left, right, center. And just pulling in a bit more firmly. Now you can either stick with this version or try straightening your bottom leg for next level. And then bringing your nose up towards your ankle bone. And then releasing off. And let's switch that over to the other side. The left over right, hands around the back of the thigh. Use your hands to pull the leg towards you. Use the elbow to push out. Breathe. And extending up through your top leg. That's it. So again, if you want to move the stretch on more advanced, we bring our nose towards our ankle bone. Hold, breathe, and then releasing off. Okay, good job. So hands around the back of the head here. Can you bring your opposite knee to your elbow? Breathing out as you lift and in as you lower. The next level, we go a little bit more speed. So as one leg's coming up, the other leg's coming down like that. Next level up, straighten the leg out. So you're tapping your heel on the floor, extending. Breathing in for 2, breathing out for 2. So let the rhythm of your breath determine the speed of your movement. Definitely a bit more breathless at the moment with all the colds going around. Last couple. Last breath in and out. Okay, good job. So we're going to straighten the legs. Can you interlace your fingers and then turn them out like that? That's it. And then just touch your little fingers down on the floor. Squeeze your upper arm towards your ear. Point your toes quite firmly. That's it. So you reach through your toes, arch your back, and breathe deeply. And again, deep breath. One more deep breath. Okay, if you can bring one knee in, pop your hands here underneath the back. And we use that just to rock ourselves up to a seated position. Let's come up to standing. If you can grab a drink, find a stick. We're going to use the stick to monitor our posture in our lunges. Okay, great. So when you're ready, if you can place the stick behind your back and nice big stride. Tiptoe on your back foot. If you could wriggle your back foot away, square up through your hip bones, and then we're going to sink down. And I want you to hold, trying to keep your knuckles and lower back together, but then straightening out through your back leg. So hold, breathe, and then coming back up, straightening your front leg out. So we're still on our tiptoe on the back foot, and then again, coming down. So bending into the knee, keeping the knuckles, the lower back together, squaring up the hips, breathe, straightening the back leg, and coming back up. We're just going to do that one more time. Use your screen to have a look at your own reflection and just see, how does your back look? Do you look upright? Can you get this knee so it sits above your ankle bone? Alrighty, let's swap over to the other side. So we continue to work on those posture points over here. So squaring up through the hips as you come down, bending into your front knee, straightening out through your back leg there. Hold, breathe, and coming back up. And let's do that again. So bending the front knee, squaring up through your hips, breathe. Can you straighten your back leg out more? And let's do that one more time. So coming down, try to keep your knuckles and your lower back close together. Breathe, straightening the back leg out. Alrighty, and release, and give your legs a bit of a shake. Okay, great. So from here, we'll pop the stick down and we'll do a little yoga sequence of stretch. So if you can turn out through your toes, we're going to bring our hands down to the middle. Let the heels push outwards more so your feet are more parallel now. And then allow your head to drop down, walking your hands into the middle of your feet and letting your head really drop down. So you're looking at the world from a different view. Just nudging your body weight back into your heels more. Now see if you can take your hands onto your ankles so it's a bit more of a balance challenge. And then we're going to pull on the ankles. So we're sort of pulling the upper body down and through. Deep breath. Alrighty, and then from here, we can turn over this way and bring our fingers so they line up with our toes. That's it, and press your shoulders down away from your ears. Eye gaze looking forward. That's it, so pull your shoulders down, eye gaze forward, and then drop your back knee to the floor. And you unhook your toes on this back foot. And then we're going to balance here. So arms out to the side. Can you let your hips sort of sink down? Now you can either stick with this version, so hold it there, or if you want to go more advanced, can we get hold of this back foot? It can get a bit wobbly, so pin your big toe joint at the front down. Literally keep your mind in your big toe, sandwich it to the floor, and have that, she says, as your focal point. Wobbling optional, of course. So heel towards your bottom with that battered leg. Hold, breathe. Alrighty, let's release. So we're going to come back to our wide leg position. So we're here again. See if you can go just a bit wider now with your feet. So toes pointing forwards, hands down in the middle, head dropped. Deep breath. Now again, if it feels doable, hands out to the ankles. Breathe. Body weight back into the heels. Alrighty, and then from there, we're going to turn so we are around on the other side. So hands to the floor. Your shoulders down, straightening out through your back leg. Eye gaze looking forwards. Deep breath. Can you drop your back knee to the floor? Unhook the back foot and coming up with your upper body. So let your hips give in to gravity when you're here. Great. So again, if you want to, you can hold it there, or let's bring that back foot up. Can you get your heel towards your bottom? Remember, mind into that big toe. Sandwich it down. Heel towards the bottom. Breathe. Alrighty, and let's release off and come up to standing. So I hope that's given your legs a good old stretch today. If you'd like another drink. Have we got some hand weights there? So if you've got some hand weights, grab those now. You can do it hands-free if you prefer. So elbows pulled back. Notice my elbow is just slightly behind me. And we're going to squeeze the armpit when we're in this position. Extend the weights out to the side, so up on tippy toes. And then can you turn and look behind you to test your balance? Moving to the center, squeezing back in and coming down. Let's do that again. So opening the hands, same height as your elbow, squeeze your shoulders, extend and turn. Look behind you, move to the center and coming in and down. Let's do it again. Breathe in, reach, breathe out. To the center. If you like, add in over the top as you center and come back down. So again, we're going to open, extend, turn. Move to the center. As you do, bring your arms over the top and back down. One more on each side. Reach and turn. And to the center, and over the top, and back down. And one more time, squeeze the shoulders, reach, eye gaze looking towards your back arm, testing your balance, arms coming up and open and release. Okay, good job. So find a stick again for me. And we're going to go into the Superwoman next. So we're going to see if we can keep the stick along our back. Hands just slightly wider than the shoulders once you've got your stick in place. The idea is to keep your core switched on, pull your belly button in as you extend your leg and lift it. Try and lift it high enough that your buttock kicks in, but still keeping the stick in place. Now let's see what happens as we transition to the other side. Obviously the stick may give you stick. And then once you're confident you've got that good core control, that height on the leg, then start to bring the opposite arm in for next level. So reaching, fingers forward, thumb up. And let's switch over to the other side. Breathing in as you reach. Breathing out as you lower. Now, if you like, you can stay up in the air and add a fold for next level. So heel towards the bottom, straightening the leg out, point the toes, and then back in. So we reach, hold, and then add the fold, trying to keep the thigh bone lifted. And can you do one more on each side? Alrighty, so last one. And then I'm wondering if we can keep the stick on the back and move into a press-up position. So can we keep the stick against the head, the shoulders and the tailbone as we lower, clearly not, lower our chest to the floor. So give that a go. So it just brings that sort of body awareness to our positioning. You can either do it with the bent knee, take the knee a bit further back, or try it up on your tiptoes. Breathe. So if you could aim to do another 4. Oops, against the stick. So just adds a bit of extra challenge. And finishing off the last couple. Alrighty, and then when you're done, if you can have a sit back, lengthen your arms. Quite a lot of arm work today, so don't be surprised if you feel your arms tomorrow. You can extend through your fingers here and sort of really open out through the armpits. Deep breath. Alrighty, so let's move to a seated position. Now, if you need to grab a wedge or something, cushion to yoga block to sit on, that'll help to angle the pelvis in the right direction. So if we open the feet, we're going to lengthen the arms, turn the palms up. I want you to think of your opposite hand coming across towards this foot. So if you can reach, if the foot isn't grabbable yet, get hold of the shin or the ankle and then a little pull. So we're just going to stay down for about 3 seconds and then back up. So turn the body, grab what's grabbable, and then bring your nose down towards your knee. Breathing in at the top, and breathe out as you come down. And let's do that again. So up at the top, and then see if we can reach a bit further down though with each one. So just going that little bit further. adding in some footwork. So we'll point through the toes when we're here and then flex as we come down. So pointing when we're up and then flexing as we come down. So can you go a bit further on your last 4? We're nearly there. Breathe at the top. And one more each side. Alrighty, so final one. Alrighty, resting off. And if you give your legs a bit of a shake out there, find your stick, and I'm going to use it for some stretching. So up you come. Okay, so if you can walk your hands towards each other, grip the stick, and then pull like you're trying to pull the stick apart. You turn, so you look down over your shoulder, breathe deeply. And then release, and same side. See if you can walk your hands just a little bit closer together. As you turn your head, notice where you feel the stretch the most. Breathe. And let's release, and just do that one more time on this side. So again, if you turn, eye gaze down, body weight back in the heels. So nice stretch for around the base of the neck, tops of the shoulders. If you walk your hands towards each other, grip and pull. Definitely one of my favorite stretches particularly if I've been doing a lot of desk work. So good pull, breathe, and release, and do it again. So walk your hands towards each other, grip, pull as you turn, breathe. And one more time. So grip, pull, eye gaze looking down, body weight back in the heels. Breathe. So great way just to alleviate tension around the neck. Let's move into our triangle pose next. So feet turned out nice and wide. If you can, angle over this side for me. So if you can mirror me, great. And then turning in here, switching the hip across. So that hip switch helps to initiate, if you feel that bit of inner thigh lengthening, and go long with the arm, reaching up with the hand at the top, eye gaze turning up towards the top hand. Now for a lot of people, this is enough, and over time you sort of work from here, coming down, and then gradually towards the floor for more advanced. And then over time, feel this arm would come around and we'd actually flip the body so that we are doing it but facing the opposite way now. It can take some time to sort of work towards that. So let's soften that knee and start from the basic on the other side. So we turn out over here, angle in at 45, just sliding the hand along the shin, and trying not to lean forward, because often the body will cheat the stretch a bit by leaning. So head back, reaching the arms, and again over time just working towards that hand coming down, and again over time start to switch the arms around so we restack shoulders on the other side. Deep breath. Let's bend into the knee and give the legs a bit of a shake out into a quad stretch next. So heel towards your bottom. Can you push your hip bones forwards? Lengthening out with the other arm. Either sticking with the basic quad stretch, or can you go into a forward lean, keeping your heel to your bottom and bringing your other arm up over the top of the head. And then opening the arm, bringing the knees together. And can we transition with control to the other side? So heel to the bottom, push your hips forwards, long in the arm out to the side for the basic one. Breathe. And as you lean, can you keep your heel on your bottom? Extend the other arm in front. Keep lifted in the thigh bone behind you. And release. And give your legs a shake. Okay, well done. So let's come down onto our backs. Time for a little bit of relaxation and visualization. So if you can rest your hands on top of your belly, just closing your eyes. Feeling for the breath. Just taking a moment to nestle down into the mat. Relaxing the back of the head into the mat, opening the teeth to relax the jaw. Relaxing down through the shoulders, scanning the body. Feeling the heaviness of the tailbone against the ground. Contact to the feet. I'd like you to take a moment to imagine you're having a little mini facial. So imagine someone is just doing some little pressure points around your forehead. Circling action, ironing out any tensions around those little muscles at the forehead and the temples, working their way down around cheekbones, around the eye sockets, and along the jawline. Relaxing down around the jaw and base of the neck, and then almost like a little virtual hair wash, a bit like they do if you go to a salon and they wash your hair, give you that little head massage. Just visualizing that rub happening all around the scalp, the base of the neck, down along the shoulders now. Along the arms, into the forearm, the hands and the fingers and the thumb, that sort of padded area around the thumb, the palms, and along the spine, so working down the back, down through the chest, into the belly, all around those deeper lower back muscles, the sacrum and the glutes, the hips, the thighs. Just imagine someone giving the thighs a good old pummeling, just ironing out any tension around the thighs, around the knees, the backs of the knees, and digging into the calves where we can tend to carry a lot of tension if we're walking and running regularly. Along those little tibialis muscles which run down the side of the shins, down into the feet. To the arches of the feet, along the tops of the feet, and just playing a bit of piggy along each of the toes. moment to just have a little bit of breathing space for yourself, just to be. And just taking a moment to appreciate the effort that you've put into showing up, to being here, to getting it done today. Maybe a virtual high five to yourself, a kind of pat on the back, an internal hug, however you see that. And when you're ready, if you can open your eyes, we're going to roll over to our side. So just take a moment to check in. Just going to stop the share of the music.